I recently lost my fire for God, and I sat down and asked God, why am I losing my fire? What am I doing wrong? And I realized that a lot of it had to do with the habits that I was building for myself. After deep meditation with the Lord, I came to the conclusion that what I really needed to do was change. And one of the best ways that I could change is how I start my day. Instead of getting up and getting on social media or stopping my alarm and just laying in bed and sleeping in, I had to start making changes with myself. Easy as humans to compare ourselves, which is talked about in the book of James. It's easy to look at other people living lives that we wish that we had. But when do we actually start to make those changes for ourselves and live the lives that we want to live? It's easy to look at everything else and blame it for us losing our fires for God, but honestly, you have to look within yourself. What things are you doing to lose the relationship that you built with Christ? For me, I realized I wasn't spending enough intimate time with the Lord, and intimacy with the Lord is key. Prayer is key. Fasting is key. Not putting anything over God is key. A lot of the times we allow our sin and the guilt that we feel for our sin to keep us from God, and sometimes we know that we aren't living the best that we can, that we could do better with our time. We really take time for granted, and we don't realize that we don't have as much time as we think we have. We think that we have forever to make changes and live better, but we don't. So some questions that I started to ask myself is, when will I make that change for myself? When will I start living better? Will I continue to compare myself to others and be ungrateful for the life that God has given me and the body that God has given me, the beauty that God has given me, the brains that God has given me? Or will I continue to let the guilt of my past weigh me down? Will I continue to allow the enemy to attack my mind and keep me from being my best self and building my relationship back with God? Change doesn't happen overnight, but with faith, consistency, and discipline, you can get to exactly where you want to be. The biggest motivation on this walk is Jesus. There was days that he was tired and worn out, but he kept going. Change starts with you.